Welcome to Yellow Motorsports coverage here today of the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. Starting here at Freeman's Waterholes, heading off into the Hunter Valley to East Gresford for lunch, and then back to nearby Cessnock for the finish. So I'll catch up with you a little bit further into the event. Starting here at Freeman's Waterholes, the traditional start for the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. What was your first car?
A Morris Minor.
Morris Minor.
Yes, 1954.
And was it 1954 you owned it, or?
No, I was
60s, was it?
70s. I'm only young.
So what was your first car?
First car was a Series 2 Land Rover.
My goodness, that's a sports car.
It was a great car.
Low range first gear.
Yes.
Would crawl up the mountain.
We would go anywhere, and we did.
What was your first motorsporting event?
First. Oh, too long ago for me to remember.
Short-term memories the first to go?
I used to navigate in rallies.
Rallies?
Yeah.
Now, what year are we talking?
I guess when I got there, 65. I was 15.
That was proper navigation back then.
That's it.
So, what first motorsporting event?
Dirt track up at Ringwood, Nelson Plains, behind somebody in an Oldsmobile.
All right, what was your first car?
Triumph 2000.
What year was that?
1976.
1976.
Yep. Best car around.
What about first motorsporting event?
Nelson's Plains Sprint.
So what are we talking, first car?
67 1300 VW.
A VW Beetle?
Beetle, yeah.
My goodness.
And it went to Perth 1, 2, 3 times where I was at uni, but didn't come back the 4th time.
Heart of the Hunter is a touring style navigational rally organised by the Australian Historic Rally Group, and is traditionally the biggest event of the year for the club. Starting here at Freeman's Waterholes, a good size entry list is gathering here for the start. A good cross section of cars from modern to old. Alright, what was your first car?
A company car, it was an Escort.
A Ford Escort in the day?
Yeah. Too late.
Your first car would be a Hyundai, would it?
No, his old Alpha 75.
Oh, that's quality, that's good.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
What about first motorsporting event?
Track days.
Track days?
Best I can do. Oh, maybe go-karts.
Oh,
Could have been
go-karts,
go-karts.
okay.
Go-karts.
They don't count.
Yeah. Oh, yes they do.
The Heart of the Hunter is an all bitumen event, which helps with some of these old classic cars. A bit easier on them, and a bit easier on the crews as well, I think. As I said, a good cross section of cars, even a four-wheel drive here. Modern, classic, European, Japanese, even American cars are here to take on the challenge of driving around the great roads of the Hunter Valley. Today's event goes to East Gresford for a lunch break, and then heads off to the traditional finish at Potter's Brewery, just near Cessnock. Great to see all these old classic cars out and about. Great to see their owners prepared to use them. So what was your first car?
My first car was a Isuzu Ballet with 4 on the tree.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was.
That must have been an education.
Well, it was my first car, so it was the only thing I knew. I didn't know anything else before it, so...
Yeah, I learned to drive on a Ford Zaffa, 4 on the tree.
Oh, right, okay, yep.
And
yep.
then I found myself driving a Valiant, 3 on the tree.
Oh,
But
yep.
reverse was where first was. So I remember pulling up a few times and sticking it in reverse.
Yeah, it was
Passenger
up, yeah.
going, don't do that! So what was your first car?
When I was a teenager, I had a Toyota Tiara.
Oh my goodness.
It was,
That's a sporty number.
she was a weapon.
Alright guys, what was your first car?
That's a 1600.
Oh my goodness, quality stuff to start off with.
Mine was a Corolla KE20.
Oh my goodness, there you go. Oh, what do we have here? An outrageous looking Porsche. My goodness. Oh, and another outrageous car, a Nissan Godzilla. My goodness. High tech, all singing, all dancing. Great to see. Certainly a spectacle here at the start. All these classic cars. Driver's briefing here, or crew briefing if you prefer. Everyone gets a bit of a talk about what's expected of the day. And here the cars are lining up for the start. Roughly 1 minute intervals. This is not a timed event, so it's not that vital. Oh, open top motoring there. Big American muscle. And more like Japanese. My goodness. Mitsubishi Starion, not something you see every day. Oh my goodness, Alto had a crown. Well, welcome back to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the Heart of the Hunter. I'm actually on the event route at the moment, but I am shortcutting to get ahead of the competitors so I can film at a place called Vasey, which is in the Hunter Valley of New South Wales, Australia. It's about, what, 3/4 of an hour up the road, so I'll catch up with you then. Welcome back to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. I'm at a place called Vasey, where the competitors will be coming along here in just a few moments. The route took competitors through a small village called Vasey, or the outskirts of Vasey anyway, for turning north, heading to East Gresty for the lunch break. Hunter Valley is a great place to run this style of event. Lots of roads, twisting and turning all over the place, through farmland. Oh, American muscle there, my goodness. Great to see all these classic cars being preserved and used to be driven. And a good cross section of cars as well, from a modern Porsche to more traditional older cars. Navigation for this event is by a route chart, so competitors are given a distance reading and an instruction of a turn left or a turn right. It's not that hard to follow. It does help if you have some sort of trip meter measuring device, but it can be followed by a good guesstimation or a speedo. The Heart of the Hunter is the third event for the calendar for the Australian Historic Rally Group. The next event is the Evan Green Rally, coming up a bit later in the year. And that will be followed by the Christmas run at the end of the year, a bit more of a social event than these events. So far, one competitor has dropped out. That was the Mitsubishi Starion. Some sort of mechanical failure, which is a shame.
I'm just on my way to East Gresford to the lunch break in the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally.
Oh, what do we have here? Another mechanical failure. It turned out that the sump plug had fallen out of one of the competitors' cars. Everyone was looking for it.
Welcome back to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. I'm at a place called East Gresford in the Hunter Valley of New South Wales, and this is the lunch break for this event. So far most of the competitors have been and gone. There is still a group that we're waiting on. So once they've been and gone, I'll be heading to the finish well, it's just near Cessnock. So I'll catch up with you then.
After lunch, competitors started the afternoon section, which would take them back towards Cessnock, and the finish at Potter's Brewery. By this time the crews had got a bit spread out, especially with some stopping to help one of the competitors that had broken down. The afternoon route wasn't as long as the morning route, so competitors had a leisurely drive now back to the finish at Cessnock.
Welcome back to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. I'm on my way to the finish, which is near Cessnock. At the moment I've just left Gresford, so I'll catch up with you a bit later in the event. Welcome to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. I'm at the finish at just outside Cessnock at a thing called the Potter's Brewery. We're expecting the competitors along here at any moment.
Well, here we are outside Potter's Brewery, just near Cessnock, where competitors are arriving after travelling around the Hunter Valley, past the Leyland Brothers. It's a busy part of town here, or a busy road anyway. Once competitors arrived here at the finish, they were asked a tie-breaking question, which was a question relating to the distance between where they were parked and a witch's hat some way down the road. This was a test of their distance guesstimating skills, something that all rally drivers need to know. The navigator says turn left in 1.5 kilometres. You need to be able to guesstimate what 1.5 kilometres looks like. Something I never mastered. Well, that just about brings us to the end of our telecast here of the Heart of the Hunter Historic Rally. Tune in, same duck time, same duck channel, for more motorsport action. I'm Quack McMullard. Bye for now.